Hi everybody, I'm TychoCelchuuu. Natural Selection 2 just got a huge fucking update, build 252, and they've basically made me obsolete. They've found someone smarter, funnier, with a nicer voice, taller, prettier than me to do a tutorial for Natural Selection 2. That's built into the game now. You can go into the main menu, click on training, and go find the tutorial. It's actually not completely finished, or it's not completely comprehensive. It doesn't cover literally everything in the game like my tutorial series does. But chances are nobody's ever going to search me on YouTube to find a Natural Selection 2 tutorial, so no one's ever going to be watching this. But I figured for those of you who have watched my tutorial and need an update for 252, here we go. I'm going to cover changes to the Marines, changes to the aliens, and then you'll be all good to go if you watched all my videos or just some of my videos, or this is the first one. And yes, there we go. So big changes. Marines now have 3 kinds of grenades they can purchase at the armory after they're upgraded. Cluster grenade is pretty self-explanatory. You throw one of these babies, and when it explodes, there's a lot more extra explosions. There's a cluster of explosions, you might say. Nerve gas is pretty sweet. You buy this. I can't buy it until I get rid of my grenades. That's a good tip. Nerve gas is pretty sweet. You throw it and it'll damage alien armor, which includes alien buildings. So, suck on that, clogs. They'll die soon. These also don't hurt Marines, so you don't have to worry about them. That seemed to not actually work very well, but that'll hurt alien armor. And finally, we have the pulse grenade, which sort of just messes with aliens, slows down their attack and movement rate. This will hurt you if you get too close to it. But it won't hurt your teammates, because there's still no friendly fire. The exosuits have changed a little bit. When you buy them, they are always single exosuits, with one railgun or one minigun, but you can upgrade them to a dual railgun or a dual minigun exo at the Proto Lab when you buy them. If you get tired of your exosuit, you can hit the G button, and it will power down, and you can get out of the exosuit. Isn't that amazing? You're no longer trapped for life. I'm wearing a jetpack right now, and let's go into third person. That didn't work. SV cheats 1. Okay, fine. When you use your jetpack now, it used to be you hold down the spacebar and you would just jet around. Now the way it works, you hold down your spacebar, you will jump first, and then the jetpack will kick in. So this means you can go around jumping, not using any jetpack energy, and you can also get a little higher with your jetpack. Aside from that, the Marine Commander now has the ability to drop a catalyst pack for his Marines, and what this will do is increase your movement speed once you walk over it. So if the commander drops you one, you walk over, and boom, now you're faster for a little while. If you look in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see this little number ticking down, 53, 52, 51. While that's up, I think you can't be catalyst packed again. So you cannot be catalyst spammed the way you can be med pack spammed. There's also something I think I forgot to mention in my previous tutorial. This was added in build 250, Power Surge. The Marine Commander used this on a building, and it will power the building, even if the building is in a room without power. And that, I think, is all the changes to the Marines in this patch. So obviously the grenades and all that stuff adds quite a bit of new things for the Marines, so that's pretty sweet. And if we go over to aliens, we can learn what they got going. So let's get back to Terminal, where I've prepared my willing slaves to be attacked by us. Oh, alien vision is different. When you hit your flashlight now, everything turns orange. You notice this is not tremendously useful in a lit room. Everything gets like way too bright. But in a room with the power down, it's pretty helpful. Oh, well, okay, we'll talk about webs soon. And so by default, when you don't have your alien flashlight on, everything just sort of shows up in orange, everything you need to care about. So this is pretty nice. It's helpful for finding Marines and stuff. So skulks don't have anything new. Gorges have something new. When you evolve to a gorge, you will now be able to lay webs. Webs will trap Marines if they walk through them. Well, it won't trap them, it'll just slow their movement down quite a bit. And so you just go into your build menu and you lay a web on one side and the other. It's a little confusing because while you're laying the web, you see I click right here, and I actually don't see any indication that it worked until I build the second. And there I go. So webs are pretty sweet. Build those for your friends and your enemies. The fade got changed a fair amount. Vortex no longer does what Vortex did. If you look, yikes, my fade's yelling at me. If you look at Vortex, I've got selected in the bottom right as my weapon. If I click, it'll set like a Vortex point. This is a purple portal to the Netherworld, but we don't have to worry about that. All we have to worry about is next time I attack somebody, zoom, right back to the vortex. So you're like, what is that for? Well, it's pretty sweet because you get one free attack and then you just teleport to safety. So use that sensibly. The Fade now has a new attack. If you look down in my weapon selection, I have 1, which is the normal claw swipe. I have 2, which is vortex if it's research, and I have 3, which is, I don't know what it's called, but it's basically much more powerful, and it attacks slower, and it takes a lot of energy if you look in the bottom right, and also you notice my movement is messed up while I click the button. So that's for really just nailing a Marine. It does really good DPS, but obviously if you can't land that, you're in trouble. So that's the new Fade. And now we'll be a Onos. Onos got some neat stuff this patch. The Onos has the Onos Stomp, which he always has, your right click, but it now sort of travels in a line instead of being instant. You notice these front Marines fell down first, and you can see the cracks on the ground. If you jump as a Marine while the Onos is doing this, and you manage to avoid it, then you won't get knocked down, so there's some more skill there. And you notice that didn't seem to work. That was weird. There we go. And the second thing the Onos has is an attack in the bottom right. You notice it's your number 2 attack if the commander researches it. You click and hold down, and it's a bone shield, basically. While you do this, you cannot move, and you crouch down, but you basically deflect bullets that are being shot at you, and then that's nice for shielding your friends. Did I have anything else to show in the game? Oh, the Alien Commander changed a bit. You now drop drifter eggs instead of building drifters from the hive. All the research was moved to the hive for like different what are they called? Different abilities and stuff, so you no longer have to go hunt down your little upgrade structures to build those. And I'm going to run through a web so that you can see what it looks like. I urge you to play the tutorial if you're new at Natural Selection. Well, if you're new at Natural Selection 2, hopefully you've watched the rest of my videos. If you've made it this far without watching those, then you're kind of a silly person. But I'm one of the bots in the tutorial, so you'll probably kill me at some point, or maybe I'll be your commander or something. So that's pretty exciting. And I actually haven't tested this. We're going to find out if a welder can get rid of webs like they could in the original Natural Selection. Yes, so you can bring your welder out, get rid of webs. Can we shoot him? No. Well, there's your thing. Maybe the axe will get rid of webs too. That's something you'll get to discover for yourself in the video game. I'll see you in Natural Selection 2. Oh yeah.